Kind of sounds like Pac-Man. All right, this is the Synare 3, and I'm going to go through how it works and why it does what it does. So we'll start at the oscillator. There are two oscillators, but for right now, we will just deal with oscillator 1. We have it set to oscillator. There is a noise setting. So that is our current oscillator. That is noise. We can tune our oscillator. And that sounds pretty good. So we'll move on to the amplifier. So we have volume and decay. Volume, how loud it's going to be. Decay is how long our sound is going to keep going for. The longer the decay, the longer the sound hangs out. Now we'll move on to this section called filter. And we're going to focus on this knob that says tune, typically referred on other synthesizers as cutoff. So the lower we set our tune, the more high end that is cut out of the sound. So we'll set our tune to about halfway. It's pretty quiet. Then what we're going to want to look at here is our sweep. So what the sweep is going to do is, instead of having to manually turn this tune knob, it's going to turn it for us. But as we turn the sweep up, there's a little bit of something, but the amount of time that it's going to take to turn that knob is going to be based on our decay. So if we turn our decay up, we get a longer sweep of the filter. What the sweep knob is doing is, I have it turned all the way to the right, all the way up. That's actually, as we back it down, that's actually determining how much it's turning the tune towards being unfiltered. So in the rightmost position, it is turning the tune knob all the way up, letting all of the frequencies through, and then dropping back to 50%. Medium decay, we get that little sort of blurp. So there is one more. Well, there's two more. So now we're going to look at the resonance. I just turned our tuning on our oscillator up a little bit to help with this. The resonance is going to boost some frequencies around where the cutoff is. And it's going to augment the sound a little bit. But if we turn it up too much, it causes the filter to self-oscillate, which turns the filter into another oscillator. So now if we gave it a little decay with that higher resonance, a bit of a sweep, and we're getting more of an interesting sound as it falls. So there's one more knob, and it's the oscillator 2 knob. So we'll just turn these back off. Our first oscillator has a white noise. Oscillator 2 has a middle position called slow. In this setting, oscillator 2 is acting as a low frequency oscillator, LFO, and we can use that to modulate our filter. Or we can just turn it on and use it as a second oscillator. So we'll set it to slow. So now, like with our sweep, if we turn our cutoff down and increase oscillator 2, this is the amount that that low frequency oscillator is going to turn the tune knob. And we can control the speed of that by adjusting the tuning knob for the oscillator. So it's making the oscillator move faster. I'm going to switch it from LFO mode to oscillator 2 mode. So we have them tuned together right now, and we'll turn our cutoff down, and we'll start to increase the amount that oscillator 2 is going to be affecting the cutoff. And because it's going so fast, I'm turning the tuning down. Because not only are we hearing that second oscillator, it's also modulating itself, kind of. So now if we all come together here. So right now, I just turned the resonance down so the filter is not self-oscillating. So we lose that oscillator. And because we have it set to LFO and white noise, all we get is the white noise. So yeah, that's our thing. I'm sure I left a bunch out and didn't make it any more simple. But this is how the Synare works, and it's also how pretty much every other synthesizer works as well. They all share these same components. They all sort of interact with each other the same way. So buy a Synare 3, learn how to use it, and then you can play any sort of synthesizer, including modular. Oops. I can't wait to delete this video.